Hello, myself Ankita Sen, and welcome to my channel that is Nursing Sensation. Here you will get guidance, informative lectures, and essential tips for your nursing education. So stay with me to get the latest information in a very simple and exciting way to take your career to the next level. So let's start. In today's session, we are going to discuss about the signs and symptoms during the second trimester of pregnancy. As we all know, pregnancy is a very natural phenomenon, and every woman wants to feel her pregnancy. So let's see what are signs and symptoms we can see during the second trimester of pregnancy. Generally, second trimester of pregnancy is started from 13th week of pregnancy up to 27th week of pregnancy. Many signs and symptoms, as I have discussed earlier, may disappear during the second trimester, like frequency of menstruation. And why this happen? Because uterus is straight enough right now, and it was in the anteverted position previously. Now there is a relief from this, so the frequency of menstruation is getting resolved. Now discuss about the symptoms. First is amenorrhea. Amenorrhea is continue as the female will say that I don't have my regular menstrual cycle, which is very common during the first trimester and continuing the second trimester. Second one is enlargement of abdomen. And why it's happened? Because uterus is growing along with the fetus. So it's come to the abdominal cavity right now from the pelvic cavity. So women may feel that there is a abdominal enlargement in her body, which is very common during the second trimester of pregnancy. And next come to the quickening. What do you mean by quickening? It is a fetal movement. It's a flattering fetal movement which can be perceived by the woman, pregnant woman. There is a flattering movement of the baby in the fetus inside the maternal womb, which is known as quickening. Generally, in primigravida, we can see 18 to 20 weeks of pregnancy. And in case of multigravida, it is little earlier, maybe the 2 weeks earlier, we can see the quickening reporting by the woman. So these are the symptoms: amenorrhea, enlargement of uterus, and the fetal movement or quickening. Now come to the signs. What are the signs? First come to the breast. So as we all know, there is an enlargement in the breast shape. Why it is? Because the breast is now preparing for the breastfeeding in a later stage. So as you all know, around the nipple there is a areola. So if it is nipple, there is around the nipple there is a areola. So this blackish portion, this is known as the areola, is now became more darkened and more larger. And also there is some small painless bumps we can see, as you can see in the picture also, that is known as a Montgomery tubercles, which may appear at 20th weeks of pregnancy. And why it's happening? Why this hyperpigmentation is happening? Because there are some hormonal influences which increase the secretions of melanin. For due to this reason, there is a hyperpigmentations, and that may cause the appearance of the Montgomery tubercles. Next, colostrum. We all know the benefits of colostrum. So this is the first breast milk which is secreted. And why it is, when it is secreted, it is mainly leaking from the breast around the 16th weeks of pregnancy. Now, come to the skin changes, that is colasma, also known as melasma. And what's happening in colasma or melasma? So there is a dark patches of the pregnant woman around her face. Mainly, generally, you can see it in the cheeks, nose, and the foreheads. And why it is caused? Because there is an increased melanin production again. And why the melanin production is increased? Because there is a triggering by the hormonal changes during the pregnancy. So there is a hyperpigmentations, and as a result we can see the colasma around the cheeks, nose, and the forehead of the woman. And around 24th week of pregnancy we can see this colasma. Now come to the linea nigra. We can very commonly see this linea nigra in a pregnant woman abdomen, which is also known as a pregnancy line because it's appeared during the pregnancy. So there is a dark vertical line we can see in the abdomen of pregnant woman from symphysis pubis to the ensiform cartilage, and it is generally appeared during the 20th weeks of pregnancy. And why it is appearing like this? Again, there is an increased pigmentation due to the hormonal influence. And here, the melanocyte stimulating hormone MSH is responsible for this hyperpigmentations and appearing of the pregnancy line or the linea nigra. Now come to the stria gravidarum, commonly also known as the stretch mark. Rather than pregnancy, we can see the stretch marks when the skin is getting tearing. And why it is appearing? It is appearing due to the overstretching or the rapid stretching of the skin. Primarily, we can see in pregnant women this stria gravidinum in the abdomen and the breast. And now, why it's happening? So there are two factors for this. The stria gravidinums are coming. First, discuss about the hormonal changes. So there is an increased level of estrogen, relaxing hormone, and adrenocortical hormones during the pregnancy, and that can weaken the connective tissue around the skin. And for that reason, the skin are more susceptible to tear. So as a result, we can see there is a stria gravidarum are appearing around the abdomen or the breast of the pregnant woman. So this is the hormonal factors. And now come to the rapid skin stretching. As I have told earlier that there is a gravid uterus with the fetus and the amniotic fluid inside. So again, there is a stretching of the skin. So as there is a overstretching that is beyond to its elasticity capacity, so there is a tearing underlying of the tissue of the skin. So as a result, you can see there is a stretch mark or the stria gravidarum, and which lightened in the later stage and known as a stria albicans. We can see this in the second trimester as a cutaneous changes in a pregnant woman. So here I have discussed about the three cutaneous changes during the second trimester. First is chloasma around the face, nose and forehead. The linea nigra, which is known as a pregnancy line from symphysis pubis to the ensiform cartilage, and then the stria gravidarum and the stria albicans due to the overstretching of the skin due to some hormonal effects and for the gravid uterus. Now I'm going to discuss about the uterine signs. What we can see. Come to the uterus. This is the main part of pregnancy. Come to its consistency. During the second trimester, it's more soft and elastic, and its shape is come as a ovoid in shape. Now come to the fundal height. We are measuring the symphysis fundal height from the 24th week of gestation as per the recommendations. So, as we all know, at the level of umbilicus, as you can see in the picture, at the level of umbilicus, we are taking clinically as a 24th week of pregnancy. Now, from umbilicus up to the symphysis pubis, where you will get the middle point, it is demarcating the 16th week of pregnancy. Now, we know that up to 24th week, it is the level of umbilicus. Now, if we are dividing this part of upper from the umbilicus to the ensiform cartilage in a three part, so the lower third part where you will get the fundus by the ulnar border of your hand, that is 28 weeks of pregnancy. So like this way, we are checking the symphysis fundal height clinically, or else we are checking by the inchy tape. But remember, before 24th weeks of pregnancy, we are not going to check the symphysis fundal height, as because we know that time the uterus is not coming in a proper place to check the fundal height. Now come to the Braxton Hicks contractions, which is irregular, infrequent, painless, spasmodic. So this is also known as false labor pain, which is not true labor. And this Braxton contractions is continued throughout the pregnancy. I mean, from the second trimester to the third trimester of pregnancy. But the good thing is that it is prepare the uterus and the body by the several painless, irregular, spasmodic contraction for the true labor during the when the labor is getting started. So what the woman is feeling? The woman is feeling that there is a tightening and the squeezing in the uterus, and it can appear anytime during the second trimester, and which is very normal part of pregnancy, very normal part of pregnancy. You can say the woman that if you are having discomfort due to the Braxton Hicks contraction, as because you are able to understand that is the contraction is irregular, it is spasmodic, it is infrequent, it is painless sometimes, it's giving you discomfort because it's coming in a frequent interval. So changing of your position, taking some rest, having some back massage, having some walk, taking some warm shower. So the discomfort will release. So Braxton, his contraction is very normal in pregnancy and not going to give a very discomfort to the woman. Now come to the ballotment. So ballotment is again two type. What we are checking in the ballotment is a sign of second trimester. So there are two type of ballotments. One is external ballotment, one is internal ballotment. So the external ballotment we can assess at 20th week of pregnancy, whereas the internal assessment we can't perform before 16th week of pregnancy. Now, why I can't do the internal ballotment before 16 weeks of pregnancy? Let me explain you. So external ballotment means when it is involves the palpation of the abdomen. You can see in the picture there is a palpation of the abdomen from the both side in the lateral aspects of the abdomen of a woman. So here what we are doing, so this technique is involved placing your one hand on the other side of the lateral aspect of woman's abdomen and another is another side. And now we are just palpating the fetal parts only by giving or applying some pressure. In the other hand, in the opposite side of the abdomen, we feel the rebound or the floating sensation of the fetus that moves. This is usually done around 20 week of pregnancy. So by both hand, in one hand, I am palpating the fetal parts, and in another hand, we are palpating or the feeling the floating or the movement sensation of the fetus moves. So this is the external ballotment. Externally, we are checking the ballotment by the palpation. Okay. Now come to the internal ballotment. Internal ballotment involves the digital examination to feel the fetal parts through the cervix. So this is a digital examination. You have to put your finger inside through the cervix to feel the fetus parts. So now, if we do this before 16th week of pregnancy, where the fetus is very small, you can't go or reach up to the fetus. Okay, so after 16th weeks only, we can feel the fetal parts prominently through the cervix, like that is the internal ballotment. So when you put your finger inside, so this is giving a stimulus to the fetal part and you can feel the fetal part which is lower in the lower segment of the uterus. So this is about the ballotment. This is also a signs during the second trimester. Now come to the fetal signs, that is the last part. The fetal sign we can feel, as I have said, external ballotment. By external ballotment, we can feel the fetal parts at around 20 days of pregnancy. We can hear the fetal heart sound by the stethoscope. And around 18 to 20 weeks of pregnancy, we can start to hear the fetal heart sound with the help of stethoscope or the fetal Doppler. And as you all know, 120 to 160 beats per minute is a normal fetal heart rate. Here, dear listeners, keep it in your mind that only calculating the fetal heart rate is not enough to assess the fetal well-being inside of the womb. As well as you have to check the rhythm is regular or irregular. So, dear listeners, in next time when you are going to check the fetal heart rate or fetal heart sound, please remember, along with the count, you have to check the rhythm of the fetal heart sound. This is very important to know if there is any complications inside or not. If it is irregular, we have to keep a very close monitoring, maybe by the CTG. So this is all about today's discussion. Here I have discussed about some symptoms and signs during the second trimester of pregnancy. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comment box. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that in future you will not miss any of our future content. See you on next video.